Okay, so we're going to talk about carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. So how does this work? Let's talk about something. So what comes into play here is intercalated collated cells. Now, how does that work? So let's draw a bigger cell here so you can see what's happening. Oops, sorry about that. Make it a cell. This is just a bigger version of this, so just trying to tell you that we're just drawing this out bigger here so you can see what is all this. Just a bigger version of what we're already talking about. And in this cell, what you have is that you have carbonic anhydrase, and what carbonic anhydrase does is that it takes CO2 plus H2O. It makes it into H2, CO3, and then it decomposes into this. Okay, and this is your carbonic anhydrase. This is the enzyme CA. I'm going to abbreviate it as CA so that you have an idea that this is what I'm referring to, carbonic anhydrase. And it spits out, so on the blood side, it spits out HCO bicarb. On the lumen side, it spits out H+. Now, H+ is really useful because it can combine with a whole bunch of things that your body is already secreted into the tubule, like ammonia, also like phosphate. So it can combine with that and give you ammonium. And these are easily excreted. So this is the whole idea of carbonic anhydrase. Now, when you block carbonic anhydrase, what happens is that you have less absorption of bicarb, right? So your blood can become, so the effects can be the blood can become acidic, or we can say acidic, so metabolic acidosis. Your urine doesn't get the hydrogen in it, so urine becomes basic, becomes alkaline, which can be a problem because it can lead to kidney stones and so forth. But they're generally not used. The main purpose is that you have less. The thing to remember is that inhibiting carbonic anhydrase, you decrease the hydrogen in the lumen, and the urine becomes more alkaline. They're usually not used as diuretics, right? But if you have, but you're usually used if you want to make your urine more basic, if you want to keep your blood more. There might be some medical emergencies where you want to keep the blood more acidic, so that's why you use carbonic anhydrase. It also leads to less sodium absorption in the proximal convoluted, but it's just sort of less. And let's talk about what are some of the carbonic anhydrase names. So the carbonic anhydrase drugs are, one of them is called acetazolamine, and the other one is brinzolamide. So there you have it. Actually, it's acetazolamide. So one thing that you can remember is that the MID is next to it. So that's how you can remember that this is basically, in a nutshell, what carbonic anhydrase does.